can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Well, welcome back to Let the
Why
Boys
is it
Watch,
no?
an
Can't
entertainment
believe it.
podcast
They know.
brought to you by Going Great Productions. I'm one of your hosts. The name is Robbie. And on this week's episode, we finish off the holiday season by watching the 1992 Christmas classic, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York was written by John Hughes and directed by Chris Columbus. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York stars Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, Catherine O'Hara, John Hurd, Tim Curry, Brenda Fricker, and our 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Alongside me is the cuz. The cuz, I got a question.
Shoot.
Credit card?
You got it.
And alongside the cuz and myself, good friend and co-host Ryan. Ryan, did you know Herbert Hoover once stayed in the Plaza Hotel?
The vacuum guy?
No, the president.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch, and we did watch Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, a Christmas classic. Last year we watched Home Alone 1. Maybe next year we'll watch Home Alone 3. I've never seen it. I heard it's terrible. But we did watch a couple of different Christmas or Christmas-esque movies this month. We watched a couple last year. So if you're in the spirit for the next week, check those out. Make sure you're following us on Instagram. We're doing, fan polls. What do you think of this movie? We have often votes when we don't pick. So every Friday we can, throw a couple movies out there. You guys pick and we watch that. And I don't know, send us an email. LTBW podcast. Can't.
You had it.
LTBW podcast at gmail.com. I'll get it right. In 2025, I'll get them both right. And send us an email about what you think. We got a lot of engagement about Christmas Vacation. What we're gonna say about Home Alone 2. I don't know. Send us an email about movies you'd like us to watch. Whatever. Ben, tell them where else they can tell us we're stupid.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're idiots. We would like you to let us know we're idiots in the comment section of our YouTube page. So give us a follow on YouTube. It'd be a great Christmas present to us. We finally crossed over 100 subscribers. So here's to the next 100. Follow us on YouTube. Let the boys watch.
Yes. I know we started every week, but I don't think I need to ask. No, everyone's seen this movie, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I know. But we'll get to some segments, favorite, characters, favorite scenes, least favorite scenes. We'll play some games later. But let's start with a little history and then we'll do some overall impressions and plum scores. I don't know. Robbie, once you start, tell us a little bit about, your history with Home Alone 2.
Um, let's see. My history of Home Alone 2 is the same as my history with Home Alone, the original one. It's just, super duper excited, when I got the news over, the live wire, over the news days, your daily newses to let me know that they were going to come out with a sequel for Home Alone 2. The band got back together and I was ecstatic. I was happy to hear that it was going to be set in our hometown state, New York. New York City, the best in the biz, best in the world. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. But no, I was just happy that they were coming back. I was like, what, 8, 9? So I was excited for it to come back. I mean, you already know how much I love Home Alone. I gave it a 10 last year. It's just excited again. Like I love Christmas movies. I know me and Ryan talked about them today a little bit, but yeah, it's a little bit different now and again. But I mean, Home Alones are always a staple, and I was just excited when I was younger to get everybody back again and to go through the shenanigans. Everybody, people getting lost, people getting extremely hurt and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I love this movie. I watch it every single year. Probably liked it a little bit more when I was 8 than I do now, but we'll get into that. But again, it's just nostalgia. Macaulay Culkin, second favorite Culkin behind Kieran. But other than that, it's just a favorite of mine and a staple every holiday season growing up as a young buck in the on the island. So yeah, I was excited to watch it. I haven't watched it obviously since last year, but yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, same. I remember, I'm pretty sure I went to the theater to see it. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure I did. But either way, I mean, every year I watch this. Um, one and two are, in the top of my Christmas movie list. I make sure I watch these every single year for Christmas. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. I think, watching it now with or critical. I'm who am I? But to try and watch it as a film for this show versus just watching it because I enjoy it, I feel like was a different experience this year. But I'm glad we did this. I'm looking forward to, kind of talking about it with you guys.
Yeah, for me, this was the first movie I ever remember seeing in the theater, and I guess I must have been 6 or something like that. So that kind of tracks as to when you kind of start coming online with your memory. But yeah, I mean, like you guys said, I don't want to repeat everything you said, but just the ultimate classic Christmas movies, like one and two. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different movies. Obviously, I love Jingle All the Way, but I don't know, man. If you ask me to pick Christmas movies, like the first two that would come to my mind are these two. So always super pumped that we got to watch this. It made sitting through Christmas Vacation a little bit easier last week, knowing that this one was coming. But yeah, no, I was super excited to watch this one again because I didn't purposely watch it last year, knowing that we were going to watch it again. So I wanted to give myself, kind of a fresh watch on this one. So I was looking forward to this for a long time.
Nice. Speaking of Christmas Vacation, how do you feel about all the comment that's coming for you?
You know what? I feel a little vindicated in a
It
way.
wasn't that
Like
bad.
really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There are a couple people that came at me hard. There are a couple people that came at me hard, but also like, but I could kind of see what you're saying. And then I gotta say, big shout out to Proud Mary too, who went where I should have went, and that was she gave the movie a 3. So I feel like I feel like I planted my flag in the ground on that movie, and it wasn't so bad.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Um, why don't you, Benny, why don't you just keep going with overall impressions?
Sure. I mean, coming off the heels of last week, I got to do it again. This movie is just utter woke trash. I can't believe how woke this movie was. No, this movie is great. We had that conversation as far as, which one was better, and I was saying I was looking forward to getting to this one to kind of finally make that choice. And to me, I think this one is better. Not by a lot, but by a little bit. I enjoy it. I don't know if it's because, I'm in the city now and like just seeing like all those little things that like are a part of my life on a day to day that like just made this movie just feel a little bit more homey this time around. But I enjoyed it. I mean, this was kind of like the opposite of Die Hard for me, where like, oh, this is the sequel. We have to do everything bigger, like no matter what. Like it just has to be bigger, and it doesn't matter how stupid it is. This one was kind of like that, and I feel like they delivered without going too over the top on a lot of things. Like, yeah, obviously the booby traps and stuff. How the hell are you surviving past the first one? But it was kind of the same in the first one, so not too crazy. I like that because of the success of the first one, they got a lot of people in this one to pop up. Tim Curry, Rob Schneider, even though I hate his guts now. Even again, hate Trump, but like even that cameo felt like I don't know, it just worked. It was just like yeah, this is such a New York in the 90s. Like, yeah, of course he would be kind of the person to pop up in this movie. So I enjoyed it. I like the comparison with Old Man Marley to the pigeon lady and how Kevin learned his lesson with that to not judge her right away, even though he was scared. I don't know. I like this one a lot. Shout out to Mr. Duncan. What a sweetheart of a man. Yeah, no, this is great for me. I enjoyed it.
Turtle doves.
Is
Oh, turtle
that
doves.
Michael Caine?
Might have been.
Yeah, maybe. Robbie, what about you?
Yeah, you know what can you do? It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near the first one. This is rinse and repeat. Just get the money grab as fast as you can, and everybody come around and just get the cash for this one. I love it, but again, watching it this year, it's like, well, I mean, we're doing the same thing. We're really not, really not, going into the well, and we're just, taking out the toys again, the bag of tricks, and doing the same thing. Well, we'll substitute Old Man Molly for Smelly Pigeon Lady. We'll just substitute New York. We'll stop and get batteries in the middle of a hair airport for no reason instead of doing it on the plane, things like that. We'll do the all that stuff. And I won't get into it right now, but no, I do like it. But again, the first one's the original one. The first one's the best one. The first one has all the hits. Again, I understand that it's very easy to fall back on this stuff. It's funny, right? The bits are funny. Buzz stinks. It's fun to get lost in New York. As a 7-year-old, I mean, that wouldn't, raise any alarm bells. It's also, it's just I enjoy it. I enjoy the battle scenes. I enjoy Kevin. I enjoy Marv and Harry. I mean, they're the best. As much as I don't like the Pigeon Lady, I get it and I enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you're always going to compare the two. They're two mega smashes, but I think that just one is just I don't know, just a nostalgia train for me. It's the best one. I love it. This one was good. Not great. Not my favorite out of the bunch, but I get it and I get why people like it. The New York stuff is fantastic, of course, right? So I mean I love that and everything like that. And Macaulay Culkin was A plus as always. So yeah, I mean it's a good movie. Uh has taken a step back in my Christmas tier. One's always gonna be number one for me, but two has definitely fallen back.
Nice.
And it's not
Yeah,
because of Trump, because like Benny said, fantastic performance.
down the hall to the left. Um, I think I fall kind of in between you guys, and um, I if you asked me, even I would maybe even last year, and I might have said it on the show, that I like two better than one, and I I don't know if that's still true, but it might be. I think one is definitely a better movie. Um, if I had to say, if I last year I gave Home Alone a 10, spoiler alert, this is lower than that as far as a rating. But I don't know. I just love it so much. With like you said, Robbie, it's the same thing. So it's like the same thing, but it's in New York now, which I like. They added Tim Curry, who I also like, and Mr. Duncan, like him. Pigeon Lady, eh. Um, and then you still got Harry and Marv. You still got Kevin. You still got the dumbest parents on planet Earth and this the stupid family and all that stuff, like, so you have like everything there, but then you add a few elements, the stuff at the hotel, again, Tim Curry, and then I feel like the battle scene is heightened. It's definitely way more violent. Like the first, Home Alone 1, it's like, all right, kids defending his house, they're trying to come in. Like, I kind of get reasoning there. This is, I'm gonna lure these guys and fucking just annihilate them. So it's like a little more, it's a little darker. I feel like the like some of the bits and like some of the booby traps and stuff were like just funnier, maybe because they were more violent. I don't know. Um, but if I gun to my head, I think I would pick one over two. But at the same time, at the other side of my mouth, I would say I like this better, if that makes sense. So
Yeah, it
It
feels
doesn't.
like it.
I don't get it.
it doesn't, yeah. No, I know it doesn't. And a lot of things I say don't make sense, but it's just I don't
No,
know. It's
I get it.
yeah, one's a better movie, but two might like better. I don't know.
It just feels a little bit more polished in a way. Like all the kids are a little bit older, so it's not. I don't know, like feels like they're like Kevin is he's like yeah, as good as he was in the first one, like he's that much better of an actor in this one, and he carry. I mean, we said how many times we said, I want to get it out of the way now because we said it enough last time, but like it's crazy to think how ridiculous it is for like a 10-year-old kid to just carry an entire movie for like three-quarters of the whole movie. So
Yeah.
it's just it's fun, man.
I agree, and also I'm doing it again, but I also disagree. I feel like there was a few instances in this one that Kevin, I don't know, it's just the takes weren't great or something, but overall he was fantastic. But there was a few scenes that I was like, maybe they had to
Do you,
get out of there because the kid, child labor laws or something. They were just like, yeah, that's fine, just put it in.
do you think it's him though, or do you think it's because they kind of try to make him like this wizened soul in
It's
this
probably
movie?
both. Yeah, like they're trying to make him. He's older. He's cooler. He's Mac. He's
Yeah.
he's a big shot. Michael Jackson's his friend. I mean, he's so cool.
Michael Jackson.
Um, all right. Before we do our plum scores, just want to mention that again, we did a little vote and we got an average fan vote of, and I'm gonna round it up because we do just one decimal place, but 7.3. I think a pretty respectable fan vote. Like nothing official, but um, glad a couple of you mentioned that. Just shout out one of our biggest fans, The Wiz, gave it a 6. I get it.
Yeah.
He's,
Tough.
Respect it. Respect it.
I
Tough.
respect it.
I think he might have been in a bad mood today though.
Maybe, maybe.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, he might be out in fantasy. So I think he might have
I
had
don't know.
a tough day. Me and him, rough one. It was a rough one.
Me too.
Well, at least you
I'm
guys,
not as
at least
well.
you guys were dancing. Robbie, well, how did your other league go?
That that scenario, where the other guy has just guys going ballistic on the field. So that's my scenario. But hey, it's fine. I knew it was over yesterday. But what can you do?
What do our people say? Bafangul?
Our people back in the motherland.
Half of your hand. Is that 10% of your body? They say gabagool. That's what they say.
I heard that. I heard that they say that. Um,
Oh,
all right. So, does anyone want to go first with their plum score?
I'll go first. So yeah, I think this movie is a little better. So I'm only going to go a little higher than last year. Last year I went 9.4. This year I'm going to go 9.5. But really at the end of the day, give me either one. I can't fault you if you say the first one's better. Can't fault you if you say this one is better. Uh, I would fault you if you said one of them is way better than the other because I think that they're close enough. But yeah, I'll go 9.5 just to kind of keep it right in line with the last one.
I
And
have
sorry,
to.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just wanted to say that it gets a bump because of the genre that it's in. Like, is this a 9.5 movie? No, probably not. But because it's like the quintessential Christmas movie, that's why it's so high. Go ahead, Rob.
The originality, I think, has to play a big part. Yeah, like I
For the
said,
first one.
it doesn't. It's not like far. Actually, to me, it is. Who cares? Whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyway, the thing is this. I think the originality has to play a big part as far as like being, you know, not light years ahead, better than the first one, but it definitely the first one is, in my opinion, way better because it does kind of annoy me that they just grabbed so much of the first movie and did the same thing over and over again. I understand it's a kids movie, I understand it's a Christmas movie, I understand you could do whatever you want. Like, yeah, 8-year-old me doesn't see that. 40-year-old me sees it and sees the money grab by Chris Columbus and the boys. But I get it, I understand. But I would have liked a little more. I can't tell you what I would have liked, but I know I would have liked something more.
Fair, fair. To me, it's like, is it one of those things where then you would have been like, why'd you try to reinvent the wheel? Like you know that's how I feel about Napoleon Dynamite. Whereas like you could have like that guy that starred in Napoleon Dynamite, John Hader or whatever his name was. You could have did 40 of those movies and make them the same exact thing and lived off it for the rest of your life, but you didn't, and that was a mistake. But Austin Powers, pretty much the same exact movie three times, but I'm here for all three of those movies. So I get what you're saying in a
True.
way, but also like my other side of it is like sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's true. He did trick out the people with angels that are even filthier souls, so I get it. I guess I can piggyback off that.
Yeah.
2 hours, a little too long, a little too rich for my Christmas movie blood. I think a Christmas movie should be about an hour 30, hour 40. Could have cut some stuff out of this movie, but who am I? I mean, again, it is a Christmas movie. I do love it. New York during Christmas time is the best. The tree's the best, even though it's really overrated or whatnot, but it is the best. New York City's a great town. Again, great performances all around. The the whatever the heist or whatever it was, that scene, that was fantastic as always. He definitely took it up a notch. Definitely sociopathic in nature by young Kevin. What a lunatic to think all that stuff up and try to maim these people. I didn't like the pigeon lady, Mr. Duncan, whatever. Miss me, Mr. Duncan.
How
Um,
dare you?
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to give this a 6.5.
What?
Way lower than the 10. Way lower than my 10 for Home Alone. I just think this is a good movie. I understand it, but the originality kills me. I was just getting annoyed watching it last night with, oh, the zany character. Everybody's, back in the house again. Hey, Fuller, ease up on the Pepsi again. We get it. And, the only person I say there was Uncle Frank taking a shower with a bod. But I mean, again, unplugging this, we're getting this, all that jazz. I mean, I get it, I love it, but don't come for number one. Don't come for Home Alone one, and that's what I
Wow.
wanted to do. I get it, but 6.5, and yeah, uh, it's again, I had Christmas Vacation at a 7.2, but at least Christmas Vacation, for as corny as it was original, and they didn't try to bite off of it after, and that's what kind of irked me watching this movie. Still love it, you know. Whenever I have my bratty kids one day, I'll definitely show them this and watch it every single year. But hey, I got a job to do. I'm in show business, and I got to give you the biz, and I got to tell you what I feel. So 6.5.
Oh, wowzers.
Fair. Um, agree with both of you. Like this is kind of what you were saying too, Benny. Like because this is a Christmas movie, I give it so much just slack. Like I'm just like, yeah, it's stupid, but who cares? I love it. Um, and you're right, Robbie. Like it's so much of a retread with so many things, but I don't know. Like that doesn't bother me as much. I get why it bothers you. Um, it's rating wise, it's not as good as one, but it's super close for me. And like I said before, I might like next Christmas, I might only watch two. Just I don't know, just depending on time. Like I could go either way. So I'm gonna go 9.6, just a little bit lower than my 10 for Home Alone one. But I get both points of view, and I kind of feel like I get anyone that's on any side. Like if they're like, no, this is way better than one, fine, I agree. This is a retread. I don't like it as much. Agree. But for me, love it. 9.6.
I think for me, the fact that it's in New York saved it. If this was like lost in Miami, I'd probably be like, "What you doing? This? You're trying too hard. You're doing the same thing." But because it's New York, I think that was like they found my button on this one.
Oh yeah. If they switched and the McAllisters went to New York and he went to Miami, disgusting.
Yeah, and he's out. He's tanning by the pool, and
Yeah, no way.
he's at the nightclub, with all the Latin
Got the
honeys. I would have
yeah,
been
he's got
like,
the shirt open,
with the
shades, doing
fake hair coming out.
yeah, the
Oh
Scarface
my
thing.
God.
He's eating Cubanos in West Palm Beach. I would have been like, no, 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 no,
It would have made a little more
That
sense.
actually wouldn't be a bad movie.
Yeah.
We should make it.
All right. But with adult Kevin now,
And his kid.
yeah, I love it.
And they CGI, they do like The Irishman with Pesci and Daniel Stern. They got their old bodies, but they just,
The
enhance
young
the
face.
face. Yeah. And then they kick the guy like De Niro did in The Irishman as a 25-year-old face and 80-year-old body.
Imagine all the traps like hitting him, and then just like his young face, but he's just like slowly going.
Oh my God.
Um, all right. You guys want to do characters or scenes first?
Let's do characters.
Least favorite first.
Oof.
Oof.
All right, go ahead. Who wants to go first?
I'd say Robbie, since you like this the least, I'd say your choice. You want to go first or
Um, I can go first. I'll go first.
okay.
I think I got him last year. I'm going again. The fucking cheapest bastard in the business. Uncle Frank, I hate your guts.
Yeah, man.
Always hated your guts. There's nobody more on screen that I hated more than you. Not Cersei, not Tywin. You know, you are the worst. You are the worst person in America. You mooch off of the McAllisters. Who do you think you are? How dare you? The way you act in front of everybody. I'm so glad Kevin called you out in that living room scene, calling you a cheapskate, because that's what you are. You're the worst. I hate you. I see visions of you in corporate America every day, and I can't stand you. Um, I I hope all the bad things happen to you after two cut. Not the guy, not the real person, but Uncle Frank, the fictional
Yeah.
character. I hope things happen. You got home, somebody stole your china that you stole off the plane in one. I hope things happen to you. I hope you got a flat tire going to work. All these things, all these bad things that could happen in life. I hope to happen to you, Uncle Frank, because there's no way that you should be that miserable for being a prick. And again, um, I think he's the most evilest, ruthless character in cinema. And I'm done with him. I'm so happy. I haven't seen him ever again since these movies, and I'm so glad because he's such a piece of shit. So Uncle Frank, if I ever see you in the streets, I'm gonna fucking kick the shit out of you. And I hate your
You ne-
guts. So,
You're gonna get these hands.
oh, these hands, these jingle bells, these jingle balls, whatever you want, you get me.
I'm not calling them out like officially as a least favorite character, but if my brother or brother-in-law was treating my children like absolute dog shit, like Uncle Frank does, I would beat the fuck out of him or throw him out
100%.
of my house. Like nobody defends Kevin. They're just like,
Nobody.
It's insane
Uncle
to me. It's
Frank,
absolutely insane.
get him.
After what happened last year, there's still such assholes to Kevin. Like, what is going on?
I don't get it.
What did this kid ever do to anybody?
Like he's
The
kind of a
way,
prick, but yeah, come on.
yeah, but he's a
But he's not
10-year-old
wrong.
prick.
Right.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's never really wrong in any of these situations.
No.
Yeah, I could see if you were me and you're a 40-year-old prick, then yeah, I get it. But 10-year-old prick, that's different. Like they still have, they're 10 years old. What do they
Yeah.
know? But again, even him laughing in the concert scene like a diabolical psychopath. Like, how do you want to see a 10-year-old boy or a 10-year-old girl just like be humiliated in front of everybody? You're laughing. You know what should be, what's funny? Your fucking hairline's funny, Uncle Frank. Go to Turkey and
Hilarious,
come back and
actually.
talk to us. Disgusting. You're embarrassing.
The only way he's going to Turkey is if Rob or Peter pay for him to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
please forget about it.
Put him in your
Oh,
purse.
yeah.
Put him in your purse.
I mean, classic. I mean, idea. Yeah, it's a fantastic scene. Good thing he did that. Who doesn't do that? But again, fuck you. We're not talking about that. You stink, Uncle Frank.
Worst. Um, Penny, you want to go?
I'll go. I mean, kind of right in line. Like, give me Buzz. Why are you such a prick? Like Kevin is so much younger than you. Like let it go, man. Like don't you have friends? Like there's nothing you get enjoyment out of life more than like messing with your little brother. Like I get it. If you're super close in age, he's a pain in the neck. You want to razz him, but they're like what 5, 6 years apart. Like, don't be such a douchebag. And I hate that move he pulls where he's all contrite in front of the family, and then he turns around to Kevin and he rubs it in his face. But there's also I gotta lay blame on the family too. Like, how do you come on? Like you're gonna fall for this? You're gonna let you saw what he did to Kevin. You're mad that Kevin fought back? Like, come on. Enough's
Yeah,
enough.
please.
Like we gotta hold Buzz to account here. So Buzz is my least favorite, even though he tried to turn face at the end of the movie. We saw that last year. I'm not buying it. Buzz, you're a piece of dog shit. Forget you.
Your haircut
Ryan,
is
real quick.
awful.
Oh, disgusting, terrible. This is what like maybe that's why I don't like this movie as much because it just reminds you of the way, you know, Benny was Buzz to me and I was the Kevin. We grew up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what he
You
was.
know
I was
me.
like, come on, Ben. I love you. Come on, sit down. And then I'd sit down on a thumbtack. I come here, you say, put your finger in this socket, and I do, and things like that. And it's like this crazy stuff you would do to me. Please.
The whoopee cushion. I always had a whoopee cushion nearby to
Whoopee
just make you look
cushion,
Forget you.
stupid.
go over there, and then I'd be in front of, a family or a crowd in Kmart, pants me, things like that.
Uh,
Horrible.
Banana
so true.
peels, slipping on banana peels down the steps and stuff like that. He's a bastard.
Uh, um,
Yeah, oh,
uh,
sorry, even worse. Playing two-hand touch and launching me into the bushes for no reason.
Ben.
Oh my God. Let me tell you something, America. You're being gaslit. Okay. This is what gaslighting looks like at its highest form.
Uh, um, yeah, I mean, those are those are the top two. Those are the big ones. Um, I said I wasn't gonna take their parents, and I'm not, but I got some stuff to say about them. But I'm gonna go with Rob Schneider because he listen, he was in a couple of movies that were like kind of funny. Some of the characters he played kind of funny. He mostly always has annoyed me, and I don't, he just sucks. And like, uh, I mean, just in this movie, like cast someone else in this. It could have been a funny role. He was just annoying the whole time.
Yeah, he's a piece of crap. And I know that I called him out as being like, one of the it was more that he was just popular back then, and it was just all these like famous people coming into this movie. But yeah, I agree, he stinks.
I don't
Like
know if
the
I don't think he was that popular when this came out though. I
I
think
think
this
like
was an
Saturday Night, he was
yeah.
Saturday Night Live at this point. Yeah, I think that's what he was kind of known for.
I don't
He was
know.
the copy guy, making copies.
Making
Yeah.
copies. Yeah, like he's done a couple some funny bits. He's in some funny movies for sure. Um, I mean, Deuce Bigelow, hilarious. I mean, terrible, but funny. Um, but yeah, just I don't know. In this movie, he just annoyed me. It was all about the cash for him the whole time. You know, who doesn't want Fruit Stripes piece of gum?
Oh,
Delicious.
2 seconds later, it's done.
Yeah. I don't know how he was
It's
chewing it the next day.
I know. It's because the flavor is too good. Like they can't let you have it for that long. You'll be hooked.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. No, I agree. He stinks. I've never liked him even, on SNL. No originality of him as well. And he stunk in this movie as well. Very annoying, like going through stuff. Like I'm glad Kevin gave him the fruit stripes and no tip. And then did he dangle the
Yeah.
G's in front of him? Yeah, good. So
Yeah.
I love it.
I did the the dynamic between him and Tim Curry and like some of the other scenes, like how he was just like a bumbling moron. Um, don't count your tips in public centric. Like stuff like that was funny. But yeah, I mean, he's next up after those two. I don't really know if there's many other people. Like maybe we'll talk about it in Ani Mentions. So does anyone have any?
My honorary mention is Tim Curry, but not because he was bad.
You
Because
be
he was
careful.
no, no,
Be
no.
careful.
Bad, least favorite because of how well he
Joking.
played the
I'm joking.
dick.
Yeah.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But that whole movie, I'm like, why is he got such a hard on for? Excuse me, I don't want to use that
Yeah,
term.
rephrase.
Why is he so obsessed with going after Kevin? Like, dude, like he's a kid, leave him alone. What is he, this mastermind? Like, what? I don't understand why he was so hard up after him.
Just
Yeah, that's true.
he's he's like head motherfucker in charge at the hotel, and he just needs to like assert his influence over everything going on.
Yeah, but it just, you know what it
I don't
is
know.
too. Like we see how much crap Kevin gets from adults in in this universe, and for him to just pile on top of it, it's like
It's
you don't even know
unnecessary.
you don't know what Kevin's been through. So just leave him alone. Just leave
Plus,
our boy
like,
Kevin alone.
yeah, he's not causing trouble. Like, take his money. Like, you're looking out for the business. Take his money. If he starts causing trouble, then you look into it. At this
Yeah,
point, his story seems feasible. I'm sure that type of stuff happens all the time in New York. Give it a
he's
break, dude.
he's making you money.
Yeah, fuck out of
It's
here.
true. Yes.
Also, did you see the rate on that room?
I didn't.
It was like 335 a night. I was like, oh my God, for that room. I'd kill for that.
I mean,
Please can't get that
nowadays
now.
that's thousands.
Yeah. Any other Ani mentions?
Yeah, Brenda Fricker as the creepy pigeon lady. I always hated her guts when I saw her. I don't know, just a little too awkward for me. Again, with the the older person dynamic and the young kid. Like again, just her presence on the screen again. The old man Marley shtick. Feeling scary about somebody this time. It was her with all of her pigeons. I mean, the smell on that lady. Please. Why would you? I mean, I could just imagine how bad she stunk, and he's just hanging around with her like she just got out of a Louis Vuitton fragrance commercial. Disgusting. Get the job, pigeon lady. Stop hanging out in Central Park with weird, disgusting pigeons. No wonder why bird flu's through the roof right now because you got people like the pigeon lady just sitting in Central Park, just making out pigeons all day. So I'm not really a fan of hers. Never was, never will be. I could give a crap if I ever see her again in this movie. And I wish she wasn't in it. So the pigeon lady stinks to me.
I don't get why they had to do the pigeons. She could have just been some lady. And like,
She could have been, yeah, homeless lady missing a tooth, and she would have been
yeah,
just as scary.
yeah.
But how would they have caught the sticky bandits? They
She
needed the
could still
pigeons.
you could still throw bird seed. There's pigeons all over the place.
True. All right. Okay. Fair enough.
It is New York City, right? Come on, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Please.
disgusting. Maybe she
You
could
don't
have
see
been
any
the
pigeons
rat
walking to
lady.
work?
Oh, rat lady. That would have been nice.
That would have been cool. No, that would have been creepy.
Um, I'm gonna go. My only mensch is the cab driver that says, "Ain't much better in here, kid."
Ugh, the worst.
Oh, that scared me, growing up. Still scared me now.
That's why it scared me when I was a kid.
Looks like half the Uber drivers we get these days.
Oh,
Hell,
someone's gonna get a low score.
Bring it.
stinks for him. Not for my fucking exotic trips around the island. uh, I would say Mr. Duncan for just, God knows probably swindling cash. God knows what he's doing. Young Bertie Madoff looking like, but I can't make jokes. I don't know, Mr. Duncan, but I know he's not the perfect man that everybody thinks he is. I just know for a fact.
Something's up. Something's going on.
Something's going on. You see him on the news with Mayor Adams. He's just funneling money through Duncan's toy chest to give arms to different countries all over Europe. There's something about that guy I don't like.
Nobody donates every dollar that comes in on Christmas Eve and day. Something's going on.
He's
Yeah,
loaded.
don't he?
He's loaded.
Think?
Yeah, he's got tons of money. What does he need
Oh, hey,
when
look at
when
the shelf of big toy over here.
I'm a huge big toy guy. I got money coming in by the fistful from Big Toy.
This guy's crazy. Don't trust this guy, please, America. You want to talk about America? Don't trust the big toy over here.
But Big Toy, if you're listening, please sponsor the show.
Oh,
Oh,
we
please forget
need
about
it.
it. Give me the
We
money.
need it.
Yeah. Um, any other honorary mentions for least favorite character?
Got nothing.
All right. I want to give a pseudo honorary mention to the McAllisters. I don't dislike them, but there's nowhere else that this fits in. I think we already mentioned it quickly. How this already happened. How are you not, how are you still the worst parents in America? Like, how does this happen again? How do you not keep tabs on your children? At least implement a buddy system. Something.
Yeah.
Do something.
Well,
Stupid. And I
handcuff
think, sorry, go ahead.
handcuff yourself to Kevin. Like, can we just get to Florida with just make sure Kevin is with you the whole entire time?
Yeah, agree. And I think Robbie, to your point earlier of like a lot of the retreads, I feel like while again, like I like that they went to New York, but I feel like one was believable that they left him home. The ticket got wet and they threw it out. The older cousin counted the neighbor kid, and then they were just running and like whatever. I feel like this was like he unplugged the clock. So you tell me you go to bed and you don't check your clock when you're supposed to wake up, and nobody wakes up in this house full of fucking like 20 people before 7 or 8. Give me a break. Like
They're
that
all
kind of
waiting.
stuff
Yeah,
did annoy me.
they're all waiting for the dad to wake them up.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. You know, Uncle Frank's one of those asshole business guys that's up at 5 o'clock in the morning watching like
Hey,
C-SPAN or something
Banging,
like that.
yeah,
yeah.
banging pots and pans while he's making his coffee.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
wake up at 6:30, he's like, "Oh, slept in, huh?" All
Yeah. Again.
right.
Something.
I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that they stink as parents. I like them, but they stink.
Of
Um,
course.
favorite characters. Oh shit. I go first. Uh, I gotta go. Oh my God, I gotta go Marv. I'm going Marv. Love him. He's so funny. And I love a lot of the characters in this. But he, especially in this film, just makes me lose it. His just the screams, the stupidity, the nonsense, him getting blasted in the face with bricks. I love it. Um, yeah, I'm going with Marv Merchants. That's his name. Full
Oh,
name.
sticky Marv.
Dickie
Uh,
Bandit.
Hold on, let me just make sure that the check cashier it did. My favorite character is Mr. Duncan. Uh, I love Mr. Duncan. He's such a sweetheart. I mean, and again, in a universe where every adult seems to hate Kevin, Mr. Duncan is such a sweetheart to him. He's living the dream. He's running a huge toy store in New York City, donate money to charity, giving out turtle doves. Uh, he donated all the toys to probably the least needy family in America just because he could. So yeah, Mr. Duncan, if you're out there, I wish you were my great great uncle twice removed, and you leave me half the store in your will.
What a
Let me
show.
tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now, quickly. Mr. Duncan, there is no toys in Mr. Duncan's toy chest. It's probably limbs, body parts, young kids, giving turtle
Sex
dove,
toys.
luring them back. God knows what he's doing, that lunatic psychopath. You're gonna find Mr. Duncan's toy chest, in the East River one day, and then you're gonna be sorry.
Well, hate to break it to everybody here. Mr. Duncan died November 14th, 2002.
Wow.
He's been gone a long time at the ripe old age of 87. So rest in power and just know that Robbie's cursing your name from beyond the grave. Like just a real class act.
I didn't know he was dead. If I knew he was dead, I would have went a little bit harder.
Can't defend himself.
Uh,
Also great as the owner of the Cubs and Rookie of the Year.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah. Oh, Dakota ring.
What a
Probably
funny old
cheapskate
man.
on it too.
Oh yeah.
It was. Robbie,
No, I go last. Oh,
it's your
sorry.
turn.
Hello. Sorry. Please give me the best. Give me the best in the business. The man that lights up the screen, the best actor far and away. Uh, please give me Harry. Give me Joe Pesci, the best in the business. I love Joe Pesci. The GOAT. Goodfellas. Forget about it. I mean, he's just a all around fantastic actor. A comedic menace, as you've seen in Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, and My Cousin Vinny. Yes, it's just he just lights up the screen the way he demolishes those pigeons by the ice rink. Forget about it. I
Got it.
loved it. One of my kills him with a newspaper. I think the best part about that was I don't think he was actually acting in that scene. I think that
No.
was really Joe Pesci losing it on those pigeons. So I loved it. No, he's great. Him, the three of them, they're the best. Harry, Marv, and what the hell's his name? Kevin. Macaulay Culkin is great. They're all great, but I do love Joe Pesci. I think he's a fantastic actor. He really is great in this movie. He's scary. He's funny. He's a bumbling buffoon, but he's Harry. He's the wet bandit. He's a sticky bandit. I don't know what the other bandit he's going to be now, but he's long gone in jail. Probably Reich is 25 to life. That's how many times can he get away with something like this? But no, just happy that he came back for this movie because he was fantastic in one, and he's fantastic in two, and he's fantastic in everything he does. So I'm gonna go Joe Pesci as Harry for my favorite character.
It still amazes me that he was in both of these movies.
I know,
Anyway,
Ren,
so
again, following the ridiculous performance in Goodfellas.
yeah. And he didn't have to go so hard in these movies. He could have just cashed the check, but
Oh yeah,
that's
but
that's not what our boy Joe does.
No.
that's not what Italians do. That's not what Italians do in everything.
Nope.
Tell me about it. Wait, so I just gotta look because I think I read something. So in Jesus, in 1990, I mean, even 91, but just in 92, he released My Cousin Vinny, Lethal Weapon 3, uh, a movie I never heard of. Maybe I should watch it, and Home Alone 2. What? Just in 1 year. That's wild.
The
And then
boy's working overtime.
overtime.
Please forget about it.
Jeez. What a star.
Pesci never sleeps.
And then he just didn't do anything really from 1998 until like '06. Wow. The best.
What a life.
The best. Um, Ani Mencha's favorite characters.
Anyone?
I mean, we got to get the trio. Robbie, you just mentioned it, but Kevin absolutely deserves some recognition here. He carries both of these movies with help from some of our favorite characters here, but he's absolutely electric. I'm kind of shocked that he didn't do more as he got older. I know he's doing some stuff, and it might have been specifically a choice on his part, but he's just so good in both of these films. Um, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy when we've said it a million times, but when there's a kid that's that good as an actor versus most of the other children actors, it's incredible.
Fantastic. Um, you know what? Let me just be counterculture again here and say, give me the pigeon lady as one of my favorite characters. She's a sweetie. I mean, she got her heart broken, and you know what? She devoted her life to the birds. And how could you argue with that? I like the friendship that they bonded together. You could tell it got her here, and it especially got her here when she got the turtle dove from Kevin. So for their sweet friendship, give me the pigeon lady, and she saved his life. So I'll take it.
Yeah, maybe the turtle doves, made her realize like, hey, it's time for me to go take a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe she met old man Marley after Kevin called her up. Was like, "Hey, I got a guy.
Yeah. I
Come to
know someone.
Chicago." Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like to think that her and old man Marley lived happily ever after together.
Smart.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Greetings to them because she got her heart broken, so she went to the devote her time to pigeons. I mean, the
Yeah.
entire world gets a heart broken. We wake up every day and go back to
Yeah.
And we go to work.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, come on. Give it up. And also, Kevin, how about this woman saved your life? You give her like some chintzy Christmas ornament. Why don't you bring her up to the suite, let her take a shower and get a meal?
exactly. Another ungrateful bastard.
Um, any other honey mentions from you guys?
I would be remiss to say if I didn't love the my president's appearance in this movie. Phenomenal performance. 3 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds of pure bliss. I mean, what an absolute menace. Beautiful hair glazing. I mean, just phenomenal. Only got in the movie because I think he owned the plaza and wouldn't let them have basically the rights to the Plaza Hotel if he wasn't in a cameo. And shout out to him. Always dealing the price. Always dealing.
I didn't realize he owned it.
Yeah,
Ugh,
That's why he
disgusting.
yeah, that's why he made the cameo. He wouldn't
All
let
right, I
them
take
have
back
it if
what I
he
said earlier about this cameo.
Um, I gotta just quickly honey mention my boy Tim Curry because I love him. And you're right, he was a piece of shit, Benny, but I still love him and I love him in this role.
He's smooching everybody.
Pizza. I believe you're mistaken. Um, all right. Uh, let's move to some favorite scenes. Anyone want to start?
I can go. And I'll leave a lot of chalk on the board, but I'll say give me the scene from Angels with Even Filthier Souls. I mean, just
I'm leaving chalk.
that's chalk. You got so much good stuff there. I mean, just to get a whole we got a little bit in the first movie, but for them to really commit to the bit and give you that whole scene was just fantastic. They played it so well. I mean, I don't know who the actor is that plays the gangster, but just phenomenal. Like
Perfect.
absolutely incredible. He probably should have been my favorite character in the movie, or my Auntie Mensch at least. I don't know why I forgot that, but just great. The only reason I want to watch Home Alone 3 is to figure out if they somehow snuck in like angels with the filthiest souls or something
Yeah,
in there. Other than that, I really don't care about Home Alone 3, but maybe they have something in there as a little Easter egg.
true. Ralph Foodie.
We speak your name, sir.
Yeah. Unfortunately passed in 1999.
Oh man.
Um,
Gone too soon.
this was his
Way
last
too
role.
soon.
As it should be.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
weren't getting better
please.
than this.
No, no way.
that's true. Really, really went out on top. Get down on your knees and tell me you love me.
I love you.
Uh, you was here, wasn't you? Um, I'll go, and then Robbie, you can get the turn. Um, favorite scene. Well, since Benny left so much chalk that I
So
wasn't gonna
much.
pick. I wasn't gonna pick this one. I'm gonna go. I can't take all that. Just give me. I'll keep it simple. Give me the. Wow, what a hole. See,
That was going to be my intro line if Robbie didn't ask the question.
it's. I mean, I'll leave a lot of that on the table to see if Robbie wants it, but we'll talk about it. But yeah,
No, take
just
it, take it.
okay. So I'm gonna take just that whole everything in the battle scene in this one is just wonderful. Like there was a couple of like, all right, in the first one, he gets hit with the feathers. I always thought the like, the ornaments on the ground were stupid. Like they're still good and funny and whatever. I feel like every prank or every trap that Kevin hits them with in this is just so good, and there's so many funny lines. Wow, what a hole. The scene at the sink, the climbing up the thing, the stuff falling down the stairs, and then him hitting them with the third one, and then cutting it. Wow, that's four. That was the sound of a tool chest falling down the stairs. Like it's it's just all so good. And I love it. And I think it's, I mean, what makes me maybe want to watch two, sometimes more than one. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean the coup de grace being the kerosene soaked rope. I mean, just
It's soaked in kerosene.
there's no coming back from that.
Oh my goodness. Uh, and then how about though when Uncle Rob comes back and the house that they're working on is absolutely trashed? Or did Kevin clean that up in 45 minutes like he did in the first one?
Uh,
You hired a cleaning lady. They got the best in New York.
True. Robbie, what do you got?
Mine is a little, I can do the battle scenes, I can do the pre-battle scenes and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go with the New York City montage when Kevin realizes he's in New York with a fantastic Darlene Love, All Alone on Christmas. What a song. I didn't even talk about the music in this movie, but fantastic. No, it was just great seeing all the hits. They played the hits on that montage. And again, I do love a good montage. And it got me all warm, fuzzy, and tingly. I loved it. Love the scenes, love the aerial shots. I definitely think they definitely cut out. Did they cut out some Trade Center stuff? Yeah.
On
So
like re-airings, they have, yeah, but they put it back in,
oh,
from what I
I don't
understand.
know if the Disney. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe fuck myself. No, but that one, I love that. You give me a montage, add in some Christmas music to the montage. You give me a montage with Christmas music plus New York City, then it's a recipe for success. So that's my favorite scene.
did you not see him on the top of the World Trade Center on Disney
Yeah, but
Plus?
I thought, yeah, no, I did, but I thought when he gets out of the cab, he looks up at the World Trade Center. I think they cut that. Maybe I'm thinking of a wrong movie. Maybe it was.
Maybe.
No, I definitely saw it. I rented it on Apple TV, and he definitely looks up at it at one point.
Yeah, they cut once he gets out and he just like looks, they cut right to him, I think, on top of it and zooming
Oh
out.
wow,
Yeah. On Disney
Interesting.
Plus. Yeah.
Wow.
typical, typical.
Typical.
Um, the other thing was funny. I watched the first half with Aya, and when they were doing that montage, he's looking at the Pepsi sign in Long Island City, which is literally impossible. He's like he would have to be in Manhattan looking at that, and it's just the wrong angle, but they had to get that in, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I gave it a 6.5 because Pepsi
Probably.
stinks. Yeah. I'm a big Coke guy, so I forget about it. It's Coca-Cola to the day I die.
Fair enough.
But yeah, even without the sign, not just the sign, but just all the places he hits, that'd be a long day.
Yeah.
Still, good. Great scene. Um, Ani Menches?
Um, I mean, even though I hate the Ladies Guts, the Carnegie Hall scene, I mean, I'm a sucker for orchestra. Please, I don't want to, I can accolades about my orchestra career. I can go on and on and be its own podcast, but I don't want to do that because I don't brag about myself. But what a fantastic, what a great scene. I mean, please pull out the heartstrings. They sneak into Carnegie Hall. They should be arrested, but what can you do? It's a movie. And they got the orchestra playing and they got a little sentimental scene together. I always loved that scene. And it's great. It's a great little touch.
Good call. Again, no. I mean, not that that's not awesome. Because when would you see that side of Carnegie Hall? But Kevin just like let her come in, you know, you got some cash on you probably. Like, find her a place to shower.
Oh, you know, I bet she probably snuck up in that Carnegie Hall attic.
Um, I kind of just said all the battle scenes, but I want to specifically call out the throwing bricks in the beginning because amazing. Suck brick kid at the end when they go back up. But just, it's ridiculous. There's no way he hits him 4 times. Once maybe, but 4 times a direct hits, and he'd be fucking, his head would be smashed on the ground. But
Yeah. Harry? Harry?
so good. Benny, you got any?
No, I'll leave it. I'll leave it at that.
Mm, I'm sure I'm missing something, but yeah, I think I could leave it too. Robbie, any more?
Um, what else did I have? Uh, no. Well, I mean, the pizza scene in the limo leading up to, seeing Marv and Harry and that little ensuing chase throughout New York City. Always a favorite of mine. Uh, you got the band back together, and they're playing Let It Be. So that's it.
Hiya, pal. Next
Got the M
time,
in his hand. I
yep,
mean, please, the
perfect.
callbacky. So,
Next time you watch it, whether it's next year or a couple years, look at the limo driver when Kevin's first going in. Um, I think your eyes go to Rob Schneider because he opens up the pizza and you're like, oh, how's that pizza looking? But the limo driver's face is hilarious. He's like,
Oh.
all right. Um, yeah, let's move on then. Oh, Robbie, least favorite. You start.
oh, least favorite for me, it's none other than the choir scene, the concert. What an absolute, I mean, it's a good scene, but the reason why I hate it is because it's just preposterous that they get mad at Kevin after that disgusting, ugly bastard with a disgusting buzz cut buzz embarrasses Kevin for no reason. Everybody's laughing like that's funny to you? That's funny to a bunch of 40-year-olds in the crowd? How dare you? It's embarrassing. It's a joke. It's immature, it's stupid, it's not funny. Kevin's got a solo. Do you know how nerve-wracking solos are, especially as a young kid in front of an audience? I mean, those Christmas concerts in junior high were the worst. I hated them. The orchestra concerts, they were so embarrassing. Um, let alone doing a solo. I mean, and he nailed it. Of course, he nailed it. I mean, why wouldn't he nail it? But again, how dare you to the entire audience? And again, like the mom and dad. Like if that was happening to my son, there'd be handcuffs and 7 to 10 I'd be spending in jail. And they're just sitting there taking it. Uncle Frank his throat would be cut. His disgusting ogre of a wife, her kneecaps will be bent. It doesn't matter. It's embarrassing. I hate it. I hate it.
I agree. Full agree.
Full
I
agree.
co-sign everything you just said.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It angers. There's so many things, and it's like Uncle Frank, the worst villain in movie history. This scene, probably one of the worst scenes in movie history. The way it just unfolds, it's non-believable what happened.
Yeah, agree. And also, why is Buzz in the same choir as Kevin? Like he's like 17 and Kevin's like 10. Like what organization has this range of adults? Is it maybe like their church or something? I don't
Buzz has mental issues, okay?
He's
And
been
he's
left back
following
a few times.
not even that he's just following Kevin around. He's just volunteering for the same thing Kevin's in because he doesn't have his own identity and it's a problem. Like, the next thing you're gonna hear, Home Alone 3, he's pushing Kevin through bushes for just because he's bigger than him.
Putting thumbtacks on all his chairs.
Yeah.
That appeals.
Well, that stings. Of all the stings, that stung the most.
That hurts.
No,
Um,
it's again, it's just if anybody in America or, other foreign countries defend Buzz in that scene, lose my number. Lose this Zoom. Lose whatever. Lose your shorts. Leave me alone.
Unsubscribe from the YouTube,
Yeah, please. And then subscribe again.
yeah,
but please don't. Yeah, please
yeah.
don't.
Robbie, fun fact, which might make you hate the concert scene even more. In that choir was a young Kate Hudson.
Really?
Yeah. Said she still gets residuals to this day for it.
Like she needs it. I wish she was sitting behind the piano and got hit in the head with that wooden figure instead of the poor old lady. Kate
Yeah.
Hudson stinks. Ruined almost famous for me. Ruins everything every time she's on the scene.
No wonder you gave it a 6.5.
Yeah,
The
I
vibe.
forgot.
You just
I
felt the
wish I would.
6.5 vibe.
I know. I wish I would have known it. I would have went lower than Die Hard 2, Die Hard.
Yeah. 4.4. Just gonna constantly one up in the lowest score. Um, I'm gonna it's my turn, I think. Yeah. Um, least favorite scene. I mean, it's honestly it's the scene right after. With we mentioned it, but like the family meeting scene where Buzz is, apologizing to the family and they're clapping, they're just fucking lapping it up. Frank's yeah, it was pretty gosh darn funny. Like I would have fucked
Galdarn.
him.
He kept saying Galdarn, and it was the most
Whatever.
annoying thing. No, I
Ugh.
know. I'm not correcting you.
No,
I
I know.
hated it so much. He
Ugh.
said it like 4 times within the first 10 minutes of the movie. I'm like, shut up,
Ugh.
Frank.
Ugh. Um, and yeah, just we've said it a few times, but just the fact that everyone shits on Kevin and just loves Buzz for no reason really just sticks in my craw, and I don't like it.
As it should. As it should.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forego a least favorite scene because you guys picked mine, and I don't want to force it here, but I want to use my time to bring up something that I forgot to bring up earlier, and that is the talk boy.
Oh, yes, yes, me.
Did you have a talk boy?
No.
I
You
didn't.
did not?
My sister did.
Well, well, your boy had a talk boy, and he
Oh,
loved that talk boy.
yeah.
So shout out. We were talking about this.
I
Um,
bet Robbie got it for Christmas and you stole it from him because you were his bully.
Yeah.
for sure.
No. See, the thing with me is that I had friends, so I didn't need a talk boy to talk back to me.
True, true, very true. Um,
It's
do we,
tough to
No,
do.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
was the talk boy the talk boy was because of the movie, right? That
Yes,
wasn't like a product placement. Okay,
correct.
yeah, no, I definitely had that. That was a must have item for me.
Oh, it was great. I'm so mad that my parents never got that for me. I wish I had my own job because I would have got it.
Well, you might have, and it might have just miraculously ended up under my tree because I was the sticky bandit.
Yeah. Yeah, we know why. We know why you were a sticky bandit.
I didn't. One thing that always annoyed me about the sticky bandits was it looked like he was using masking tape, which doesn't stick to shit. You're not gonna
No,
be able to
it's the
steal
worst.
anything with that. Give me some duct tape. Come on.
Yeah. Please, the good stuff.
Yeah. Um, and yeah, to piggyback off Talkboy, just one quick favorite scene that we didn't mention, but the calling up. This is Peter McAllister, the father. I
Father.
mean, classic. Classic.
Credit card?
Y-
You
You
got it.
got it. I mean, if that person didn't sound like he had I'm sorry, a massive stroke, and you're giving this guy a hotel, I mean, that lady deserves to be fired.
I want an extra large bed and one of those little refrigerators you have to open with the key. Um,
Yeah.
any Ani mentions?
Yeah, seeing Uncle
Least
Frank in the
favorite.
shower for me, just absolutely
Yeah,
disgusting.
yeah,
Disgusting.
terrible, disgusting. Probably, and of course, Uncle Frank, not his house. Definitely turn the shower on. Let the thing just fucking steam up as hot as you can. 5, 10 minutes later, walks in the shower. That's Uncle Frank in a nutshell.
What a piece of crap.
Scumbag. What a scumbag. You're cooking now, Frankie.
You're gall darn cooking.
Ugh.
Stink.
Stink. Um,
I got at least favorite scenes. Not a lot of Fuller, not a lot of Kieran Culkin. My guy. Should have more Kieran Culkin. I mean, forget about if you know Kieran Culkin's work in Succession, please.
did you watch that? Has nothing to do with Home Alone. Did you watch that Actors on Actors with him?
I saw the part where he was talking about how he doesn't wake up in the morning. That was it.
It was pretty.
He,
I watched like half of it. It was pretty interesting. Him just talking about how they filmed Succession and stuff like that. It's on YouTube, like 45
yeah, check
minutes.
that out.
Yeah,
Yeah, check
Yeah,
that
no,
out.
I'm trying to watch watch that new movie he's in.
The one
yeah,
with Mark
Constantine.
same,
Zuckerberg. Not Mark Zuckerberg. Jesse Eisenberg.
same
Big
thing.
tech over here. Big tech over here.
The check cleared, boys. The check cleared.
Yeah, with the one with Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, I would like to see that as well. Um, all right. Yeah. Any honorable mentions from you, Rami?
No, there's really not a lot of least favorite scenes. The ones that me and you both mentioned are
Pretty much it.
insanely crazy. They get my blood boiling. Doesn't take much, but it does get my blood boiling.
It's true. All right. Well, then let's move on and play some games. Uh, our first game is called "Where you going tonight, Frank Tahiti?" I don't do it as good as you, Benny. Introduce the game.
Please.
Yeah, this is a little game we play. It's the second most popular game in America called Where You Going Tonight, Frank Tahiti. It's based on Christopher Walken's character in Catch Me If You Can. It's just, I don't know, we all love that line, and we've used that now to as a way for us to point out maybe the most far-fetched thing in the movie or a little pop culture reference that's in the movie, just something that kind of stuck out to us. And yeah, do you guys want me to go first? You want me to hand it off to one of you?
Go right ahead.
All right, so I'll
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. And my Where You Going Tonight, Frank Tahiti is I'm gonna defer to my wife, who called out that when Kevin pops out of the subway, the Q line was the former Q line, and it's the orange version of it. So it used to run on the B and D line, and it was orange. Then it went defunct, and then it came back as the yellow line. So that's my little pop culture slash subway. Where you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti?
Ooh,
Interesting.
big transportation.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it. That's
Eric
nice.
Adams deposited a little something to my account to tell you that
Oh,
one.
look at this boy is balling.
Wow. Benny Shills.
That's nice little nostalgia. I obviously would have no idea. It's nice to know. Next time I watch it, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Same. Robbie, you want to go?
Please, my way going tonight, Frank Tahiti, is allowing a young kid to board a plane pre and post 9/11, uh, allowing
On
a young kids to,
vibes.
yeah,
Just on
just on
vibes.
vibes. Yeah, doesn't matter if it's post 9/11 or pre. Allowing a kid to board a plane with no boarding pass just because he said that his dad just can't went on the plane is preposterous. It's unbelievable. You can't even believe it. That's how unbelievable it is. Um, Everybody at O'Hare should be fired on the spot. CEOs, baggage claims, flight attendants, pilots, they should be fired for allowing this to happen. They just get him on the plane. He has to have a boarding pass, so how can he get a seat number? She just tells him to go sit down. Where? In the bathroom? On the storage above? Where is he going to sit? Like it's just crazy to me. The guy that lets him that just allows it fired. The girl fired. The flight attendant that tells him to go sit down Kick her off the plane. I don't want revoke their FAA license. I don't want to see it. It's embarrassing. It's a joke, and it's in a movie where there's a lot of unbelievable things. This is the one that riled me up the most.
We need friends in there to clean up the situation.
Couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Nah, it 100%. How do you allow that? Come on. Um, I have a couple of way going tonight, Frank Tahiti, but I'm gonna stick to one, and I'm gonna say, and I want to get your opinion on this. But for years, I was always like, when Tim Curry, whose name is actually in the film Mr. Hector, when Mr. Hector goes into his room to snoop around, and Kevin in 4 seconds sets up an inflatable Bozo the Clown and gets the music playing on his cassette deck talk boy with the speaker this big that's not going to sound like real. But that is ridiculous. That's even anyone could even buy that. But I had a thought this year for the first time ever. Do you think maybe Kevin might have set that up previously just in case that someone came snooping?
Maybe. He does have a tendency to plan very well, so it could be. Could
It's
be.
because it's impossible. He comes in the room and he's in there. He's got the strings going, the shower's going. No way,
And that would be the only explanation that could
I
possibly
guess.
happen. But then it wouldn't be on Where You Going Tonight, Frank Tahiti.
That's true. So I'm glad they left it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Well, if that was America's second favorite podcast game, working overtime is America's first. So in this game, we cast Matt Damon in a role that exists or a role that we create because we love Matt Damon and we want him in every movie.
Working overtime.
Working overtime.
Who's going first?
I mean, we always let Robbie go last because he usually has the best one. But Robbie, do you want to go first this week?
Uh no, because I don't think I have anything at the moment.
Okay, you think about
I
it.
have to think. I have to
Yeah,
think.
please, Benny, go
Improv
ahead.
in it? Oh, you're gonna make me go on the spot now because I didn't have
Yep.
one. Give me, give me an old beer belly having, long white beard having, white whiskered having Matt Damon as Santa Claus, who is the one that actually put all the gifts in the suite. And our last shot of him as the family is celebrating. Yes, Mr. McAllister is mad that uh, Kevin ran up a $900 bill, but we pan up above the Empire State Building to a sleigh and reindeer, and a handsome Matt Damon just looks over his
Ooh.
shoulder and winks, and that's how
Oh,
the movie
nice.
ends. Because I mean, I feel like that would be like this is really the end of the McAllister story here. And it just kind of ends, and we don't get any closure. But I feel like if we saw Santa Claus and it was a handsome Matt Damon, that would have been a nice little way to, get a nice the end on the screen. And our last sight is Matt Damon. That's the best that I could do on the spot here.
I love it. Um, give me. I have two choices here. I'm gonna go with yeah. Give me give me an older, very old,
Oh
older
my
than we've
God.
even seen. Maybe use CGI here. Matt Damon as Cliff, the security guard
Love it.
that Mr. Hector's been accused of smooching, along with Boney Bob, his brother, all these other people.
Little
But
Mo with the gimpy leg.
little Mo with the gimpy leg. You've been smooching with everybody, baby. Um, but give me an older Matt Damon. Not that, listen, nothing against the actor who played Cliff, but if it was Matt Damon in that role, I feel like it's believable. You're
Believable.
like, I'd make out with Cliff too, so I get it.
Yeah, of
I
course.
want to
Of
smooch
course.
Cliff right
Of course.
now. So give me Matt Damon as Cliff.
I love it.
Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, my mic almost went out, I think. All right, I got it. Please give me a young, successful, handsome, I mean, again, beautiful, uh, 1990s New York having cocaine doing, uh, you know, money stealing, money laundering. Give me Matt Damon as Mr. Duncan. Forget about it. Get that old fucking battle axe, that old, corpse, Mr. Duncan, that guy who played him out of my screen. Liven this movie up a little
It's
bit.
terrible.
You know, Put that corpse somewhere, bury him, get him out of here. We don't want him. Bring in a young, snazzy Matt Damon, who's got a drug addiction, who's stealing money out of Duncan's toy chest, and who's running let me see, a heist ring with Harry and Marv, and it's all to catch Macaulay Culkin's character Kevin, and yeah, that's how you make a movie, right? You don't rinse and
That's how you
repeat.
make a sequel.
Yeah, that's how you make a sequel. You don't rinse and repeat. You get Kevin in, and Matt Damon as Mr. Duncan lures him in, thinking that he's a good guy, and then it's just a trap to get him kidnapped. So Harry and Marv can do a number on him, and that's everybody else. Listen, America, that's how you make a sequel. Home Alone 2, truly lost in New York.
You never fail to disappoint. I'll say that right now.
Never.
Thank you. Others might say I do disappoint, but thank you guys.
No, disagree.
Not here. Not here.
Thank you.
Were
'Cause,
you thinking? Were you
21
thinking of
here.
Matt Damon in a power suit in that role?
Same thing, yeah, same thing as Jeff Jameson last week
Oh yeah,
with the suspenders and the cell
suspenders,
phone.
big
Same thing, yeah.
tie, pinstripe
Double-breasted.
shirt.
Pinstripe, walking fast, Sigs out,
Oh,
limousine
just
right to Duncan's toy chest, Sigs out flicking against a homeless man, not caring about anything, and then just walking into Duncan's toy chest just to have a day, smacking, smacking the cash register girl on the butt for no reason because he's just Mr. Duncan Jr. It doesn't matter. It's his world, baby. It's 1990s New York. Anything goes. It's Giuliani's city, baby.
yeah. Love it. Anything else that needs to be said about Home Alone 2, Lost in New York?
A little surprised with the hate that I got. Not hate, but the swerve it was given from the redacted side of the family over there. Got a 6.5 and a 6. What's going
Yeah,
on over there? What's going on?
I don't know. I gotta talk to him. I gotta see what his beef is with broccoli. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. He should have been happy. It was his daughter's birthday today. I don't know why
I
why he
know.
got so angry. Can't believe it.
The two of you.
Me on the other hand, it's just, that's just who I am. Hateful, vengeful.
Hate.
Heart is like an old, coal worker in West Virginia, black.
I got the black lung pop.
But that's that.
Love it. Well, another successful holiday season of watching movies. Very pleased.
What's next?
You mean immediately or next year?
Immediately.
The Plummies, babe.
The Plummies.
I'm excited. We didn't even
too.
talk about it at all.
I know. We'll make it work. Hey, we make everything work last minute. That's what we do here.
That's what we do.
That's it.
Love
Well,
it.
our way going tonight, Frank Tahiti is working overtimes. No prep needed.
Nah,
We're just gonna show up in suits.
fuck it. We'll do it live.
Bang out the Plummies.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna show up as Susan, man. I'm just gonna bash Godzilla -2+1 for an hour and a half.
The whole time. I'm going to change my score even lower.
What's the lowest I can go? 0? I'm giving it a 0.
I think you could give that one a -1.
It's true. I
There
should
you-
have given it -1 to begin with.
But yeah,
I do.
Tune in. I don't know, either next week or the week after. We'll see. For the Plummies, our annual award show. We appreciate, this whole year. We appreciate all the, support either all year long or recently. Keep it coming. Keep hammering us with your opinions. Keep agreeing with us. Make us feel a little good about ourselves. Can't take hate nonstop, but I don't know. Enjoy the holidays, and I guess that's it. Anything else from anybody?
No, happy holidays.
Yeah, Robbie, tell him good night.
Happy holidays.
Good night to Uncle Frank. I hope he went to jail for tax fraud and he never got out.
When I hear a sound, a rap at the
Piece of
door,
shit.
my young son Gabriel walks in.
Merry Christmas, you
Well, I
filthy
said,
animals.
No, Gabriel, leave. I said, no.
And a happy new year.